So, where do I start? I think first I should talk a little bit about myself. My name is Nikolai Marinov, and I consider myself a professional musician. I've graduated high school here in Bulgaria, in my hometown of Plovdiv, and I'm now studying at the National Music Academy in the capital of Bulgaria, Sofia. Why did I come all the way from Plovdiv to this beautiful small village here in Bulgaria, Ivan Vazu? I came all the way here because this is where my, as I like to call it, studio is located. This is not by any means a professional studio, but it's like a small creative space where I spend most of my days in working and studying and creating new music. In this video, I'm not trying to make a full tutorial on how to learn a new piece, because that will be like a very long video and it's not going to be a video. To be honest, this has to be a series of videos that show you the progress and the many hours spent working on that piece. I'm not going to show you that. I'm just going to show you the steps that you have to take when learning a new piece from a professional musician's perspective. So one of the most important things when you start to learn a new piece is finding the correct sheet music. For me, that's for the past 2 years, I find myself only using the Henley edition of everything that I learn. It is the most accurate and precise, and it's closest to what the composer had in mind when he wrote that piece, and without any additional edits from the editors. Or if something is added to the score, it's pointed that this is not original and is not what the composer wrote in the manuscript. So that's why I choose it. So you can find many different editions of sheet music, and there are many free editions of sheet music. Henley is paid, and if you want the most accurate and precise sheet music, you should definitely spend that little bit of money. And if you are a professional like me, I think that this will be the best choice that you can make for your sheet music. So let me just find it and we'll continue from there. So I got the sheet music, I bought it, I airdropped it to my iPad, because that's how I like to, because I find it easiest to play and to have my scores on my iPad. This is one of the best decisions for myself that I've ever made, switching from paper to the iPad, because everything is just so much easier to do. I can write different notes, fingerings, and so much on using my Apple Pencil. I can wipe it, I can share the score, I can share the score with my additions and without them, and I think it works very good. So now, let's go to the piano. One of the first things that I would like to do when I start learning a new piece is just hear how other people play it. You can find many different recordings on YouTube from many different musicians from the highest level. But in the past, I was listening to different recordings before actually learning the piece. And I don't think that this is the exact correct way of doing it. I like to hear it, just to know it in my head, and then start looking at the score, maybe sight read it a few times, then just start working little by little until you make progress and until you finish the piece. Because after listening to so many times to different recordings, you have this standard or this model of all the other musicians, and you cannot find your own voice. You just try to copy them, which I don't think is necessary. Like, they have their own style, they've done it for so many years, they know what they are doing, but there is no need for anybody that is like them. You need to find your own spot in this music industry, because copying somebody is not interesting for the people anymore. You need to be different. You need to have something that has never been done before. You need to have a piece of paper and be the first person that writes on it. That's how you should think about it. So for now, listen once and stop listening and focus on the scores. Everything that you need for a perfect performance is written in the score. You don't need to listen. You just see it and you learn it from here. After learning everything correctly and with all the details that are hidden in the score, you then can add something from yourself, and that something will make you shine above the other performances. This is what you should be aiming at when you start learning a new piece. Thank you very much for watching.